And the kickoff is away. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of Lowville Academy. Kick return there by Mount Markham. Thank you for joining us just a tick late. My name is Ron Rockwood. I'll be joined momentarily by my broadcast partner and play-by-play specialist, Connor Lalone. Lowville won the opening toss, chose to defer, and kicked it away to Mount Markham. And we are ready to get underway.
Hey, Ron,
Welcome,
thanks.
Connor.
Thanks, appreciate it. A little last-minute alterations down bleacher level. Working on a camera down there.
And good defense right there off the bat. Tackled for a loss of 1. Tried that run off tackle and nowhere to go. Great defensive play to start the game for Lowville. Going to bring up 2nd and 11. A little more sparse crowd than we expected tonight, but I guess to be expected with the weather. We'll see if it holds off. Right now, not too moist. We'll see how long that lasts. Once again, that Lowville defense just swarming. Another tackle for loss. Back it up another yard. Going to bring 3rd down and 12. That one was designed to go left. Had nowhere to go. Cut it back to the middle. Still nowhere to go. Actually did a great job to get back to just a 1-yard loss. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that's – sorry to interrupt. That's something we saw from Lowville against General Brown a couple of weeks back. They're just so good defensively.
Yeah, great film study. They're in the right place. It's almost like they know the play's coming.
Handed off up the middle. And again, Lowville there, a little bit of a late whistle. It seemed like forward progress was stopped for quite a while there. But
yeah, that's a quick 3 and out. I got to think they're going to punt this one away. 4th and 9.
Yeah, deep in their own half. Good start for the Lowville defense. Not exactly what Mount Markham was hoping to pull off there in their first possession. And they are lined up to punt it away. Good snap. Pretty decent punt away from Mount Markham. Looked like Jordan Iorio.
Nice return. He's got an angle
yeah,
here to the side.
space.
He might take that one home. And that one untouched for 6. Fantastic return. As I said, caught the ball in the middle of the field, cut it out to the right, and a nice wall set up by his special teams, and he had clear sailing to the end zone.
Torrin Zaire on the kick return, the quarterback for Lowville. And a little bit of special teams magic for him there to start the evening. About as good a start as you could hope for.
I was just
for
going to say the
Lowville. Up
same thing.
6-0. They haven't even run a play on offense yet.
Fantastic. They've come out hot. They're the 1 seed here in Class D, and so far they're acting like it. Going to line up here to go for 2.
Zaire, fresh off the kick return, is going to pitch it out to the near side and then trying to cut towards the middle and
he's in.
Powering in. Devin Swiernick on the carry, adds 2 after Zaire returned the punt for a touchdown. And Lowville 8-0 their lead. The offense yet to really take the field. Other than that 2-point conversion, they haven't even been out there.
Taylor made 2 minutes right there. Quarterback got on the field just long enough to return a punt 60 yards and then pitch out to Swiernick for a 2-point conversion. And immediately 8-0 Lowville.
Doesn't get much better than that. Lowville undefeated on the year in the regular season. Obviously looking to continue that trend against a Mount Markham team that hasn't had as much success this year. Just a couple of wins for them. And now Lowville will kick it away. Again. Not even 2 minutes in.
Beautiful facility here at Lowville Academy.
Yeah, it really is. Fantastic turf field. They just put in a really nice one down the road, too.
Yeah, they were one of the first ones.
Look out.
One of the first in the area to get the turf field on the school. And as you said, now they've got a second facility just down the road for their JV teams. They've got a track down there
as well. Yep.
Just fantastic community commitment to athletics here. Really an overall campus and facility they can be proud of, and they are.
Pretty decent kick return there for Mount Markham. Jamison Young on the return. Now here they are after going 3 and out on their first possession. A little motion behind. They hand it off to Young, and he tries to go up the middle. He's across the 35, but
a little more success there. That's their most productive play to this point. Gain of 4. Opened up a little bit of a hole on the right-hand side.
Yeah, gain of maybe 3. Looked like they'd
give
given
him
him a
4.
little
They're
longer
struggling.
than
Give
that.
him 4. He was definitely a little further across, I thought, before they brought him down, but quite a difference in roster size. If you get a peek at the sidelines, you got maybe 10 guys on the sideline for Mount Markham. You got 2.5 dozen over here for Lowville.
Motion again. They hand it off right up the middle this time.
Another gain of 3. Going to bring up 3rd and 3 or 4.
Go Evan Kosienda on the handoff up the middle.
Well, in the first possession, 3rd and 12, they ran it up the middle. Safe to say this is probably a running play.
Well, we haven't obviously seen Mount Markham this year, but it seems to be the early scouting report on
early
this.
indication.
They like to run the ball up the middle.
Heavy.
There it is again.
And
that's going to be close.
Boy, he
Yeah,
needed
about
to
a
get
yard
across
short,
the
I think.
41, and I think he's
Maybe.
just a little bit
They keep
short.
creeping that spot forward on that far sideline.
4th and 1. I got to think you got nothing to lose here as an 8 seed on the road, down a quick 8-0.
Yeah, the last time you punted, it was returned for a touchdown.
A quick 6. Plus this last possession here, 3 straight runs, all for a gain. They've opened up some holes. And the keeper, he should have it. Yeah, he's out near the 43. That should be good for a first down. All right, well, Mount Markham now. A little something going, got themselves a first down, trying to put a drive together. Settled down after that initial punt return went for 6.
Yeah, much better possession for them this time around. 1 in the backfield with the quarterback Pasquale. Here he is, looking to pass out to his right. He's under some pressure, and he's sacked. Nowhere to go for Pasquale, and Ethan Myers is going to pick up the sack. It's a loss of about 10. Second down and long coming up. They're going to say that's a loss of 8.
That's generous. I think you were closer with 10, but regardless, second and a long ways to go for a run-heavy team.
Yeah, about back where they started now. Second down coming up for Mount Markham. 7 minutes and change to go here in the first quarter of sectional football here on NBC Watertown.
A very quick pitch there from the quarterback. Almost pitched that forward as the motion man was coming by. Great timing, but Lowville was ready for it, stretched it out. They may have gained just a couple.
Jamison Young on the carry. Like you said, really just nowhere to go. Lowville's had terrific penetration through the offensive line of Mount Markham so far.
And good on those stretch plays. The outside, we saw that, as you said, at General Brown. Even when they tried to run wide, the Lowville defense was ready for it. Now they're on the far hash. Let's see if they draw up something different with this near side open, playing just one-on-one coverage out here on the outside.
Looking out to his left, Pasquale's going to roll to the right, throws that way, and
boy, almost intercepted.
Incomplete. Yeah, nearly picked off. That was
that Kempney coming across to break it up? Number 2?
Fowler in coverage.
3? Could be.
Couldn't quite make out whether that was a 2 or a 3 from up here in the Miss Neville's elementary classroom on the second floor at Lowville.
We'll call it our broadcast headquarters.
It really is a pretty good place to watch the game from. Another punt here for Mount Markham. That's another good one. It's going to be reeled in at about the 32. Lowville, a little less luck this time on the punt return. And a big tackle made by Mount Markham to stop Zare from picking up any sort of serious yardage this time. Tackle made by Hunter McCooch of the Mustangs.
Yeah, this is a nice little vantage point up here, a couple stories above the field, and I think we're going to be even more happy with it if the rain we saw all day returns. We're going to love these seats.
Well, I know who especially is going to enjoy if the rain stays away is James Stump, who's down on the bleacher level outside. We went back and forth about trying to set him up in here in one of the classrooms, and he decided to brave it out down there. So a little bit of a better look, less obstacles in the camera shot. So
nice run there off tackle, quick gain of 3. First look at really at the Lowville offense and the Mount Markham defense. Mount Markham was up to the task there on first down, 2nd and 7.
Like Ron said, 2nd and 7. Motion again behind Zare. He hands it off. It's Swiernick, and he's got nowhere to go. Tackled for a loss.
Good defense there for Mount Markham. That was a good play design. Had several guys, a lot of deception, and in the end it was right in the backfield, and they were ready for it.
3rd down and long coming up now. About 12 after Swiernick was brought down in the backfield. Four wide men here for Zare to choose on, if he does, and he will. He looks to pass.
Left.
Throws over the middle.
Nice.
It's caught, and that's a first down for Lowville. On 3rd and 12, Zare finds Swiernick in the middle.
Good play design with those multiple receivers out on the far side. One cut inside the numbers, and he was wide open. And Zare put it right on him.
Big pickup on 3rd down and long. And Lowville marching down the field now. 1st and 10 coming up. Ball's on the 46. Zare tipped, got it.
Caught it himself.
Off the tip, and then is brought down here on the near sideline. Tackled by Kosienda. That was interesting. Zare had his pass deflected, and it came right back to him.
I believe that goes down as he does get a reception for that. So he's now sitting on a 60-yard punt return, 2 for 2 passing, and 1 reception for a yard gain. Pretty good stat lines. About 8 minutes into the game.
Yeah. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Play clock down to 2. He does get it off.
They get it
right
off.
Up
it's
the
a
middle.
handoff. And hard fought. A yard and a half for Zubriski.
Early on here, the middle of that Mount Markham line appears to be up to the challenge. Had a few different run plays that have not gone for much inside, including one for a 5-yard loss earlier. So now they're sitting on 3rd and 7. We'll see if Zare goes back to the air.
Little hurry up here. Mount Markham's got to make a late change. They do. Player gets off in time. Pitch this time.
And in the middle is going to be short of about 3 yards.
Yeah, Swiernick spun around there. He got back up like he thought his knee didn't touch the turf, but they rule him down.
That's going to be 4th and all of 3 yards.
Yeah.
Closer to 4. I'm sure they'll leave the offense on the field.
Big play, though, in this game, early in the game, but about 10 minutes in.
Almost feel like they got to give it to Zare on the move here, give him the option to run or pass. No, he's going to pitch it out wide, and he's going to have it and more.
Powering forward over the 30, close to the 25, was Myers.
A 13-yard gain on 4th and 3.
So another first down for Lowville. Clock ticking down to about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Zare under center, hands it off up the middle. And that's Zubriski down to about the 20, 21 or 22.
Good tough run, gain of 6. 2nd and 4. They're going to keep pounding it right up the middle here. That's kind of their bread and butter. They've got several backs they're comfortable giving the ball to.
Saw a lot of that from Zabriskie and Lowville 2 weeks back. They've done a lot of that this year. Hard yards right up the gut for Cole Zabriskie. Another handoff up the middle, and this one again, really nothing doing.
No gain there. Ultimately, you know, that goes back to the Kaufman coaching tree. You got Josh and Jason, one coaching here, one coaching in Carthage. Learned from their dad who coached forever at Carthage. They were run heavy. Dominate the line of scrimmage, play good defense, run the football. Pretty good recipe for success, North Country football. Somebody moved inside there. I think that had to be on Lowville.
Yeah, false start. Backs Lowville up close to the original line of scrimmage, so 3rd down and 9. Under a minute to go in the first quarter already. It's gone by quick.
Very quick quarter, of course, no incompletions. We have just the one penalty flag we just saw. Not a lot of stoppages.
Zaire going to keep it himself. Got around 1.
Boy,
over the 20.
tackles.
Zaire down close.
And he'll have it with that
15.
last effort. He needed the 17. I think he got the 16.
It moves the chains. Moves the change. That's a new one. Stops the clock momentarily. Running again.
Probably one more play will bring us to the end of the quarter. Unless they take it in.
Zaire pitched out to Zabriskie. Cole Zabriskie on the far sideline gets around
And he
1.
takes it
Zabriskie.
in. Nice run, boy. That's great blocking, not just by the line, but even on the outside by the receivers. Nobody really had a shot to tackle him. Might have got a hand on him once he got inside the 5, but quality running game like that is going to take all 11 guys. It's not just the guy running the ball, and it's certainly not just the lineman. You got to have receivers on the outside willing to commit to block as well.
So Zabriskie punches it in for 6, makes it 14-0, and now a PAT try, and that one looked good. It hit the light post behind the uprights, and it is good. 15-0. That's not a score you see too often. Especially not in this neck of the woods. Don't have a lot of teams that can kick. So
no, honestly, I don't believe they kicked. We keep mentioning that General Brown game, but it's kind of fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
A great win.
Terrific game
probably
to watch.
The signature win for Lowville on the season to this point. He scored 3 touchdowns, went for 2, I believe, all 3 times.
Yeah.
Got 2 of them.
Yep.
And that was the last one was the difference in the game.
Forced General Brown to go for 2 to tie, and they were unable to complete that attempt. Like you said, ended up being the difference in the game. So one more play probably, maybe 2 here in the first quarter. 13.1 remaining on the clock. A couple of guys deep to return for Mount Markham.
Really deep, honestly. You don't generally see high school kickoffs get down near the 5-yard line, but they got 2 guys camped at the 5. See how much leg they can put into this. He's got all of that. Down fielded at the 7.
Out to 7. By number 7, that's Caden Walker, and he's down close to the 25.
Well, 8.3 seconds left in the first. Lowville with, well, 1 possession, 2 touchdowns. 1 on special teams. Pretty dominant first quarter. They've had success through the air, success on the ground, dominant defense, and success on special teams. Can't really draw up a first quarter any better than that.
Looking for a stop here to end the first quarter. 8.3 remaining. Mount Markham, their 3rd crack at it offensively. Motion and hand it off up the middle. Solid gain of about 4 there. And that'll
bring it to an end. I think. I'm not sure why they would stop it with
1/10, and there they go. That will do it for the first quarter. Teams will switch sides. Lowville with a great start, 15-0 their lead here against the Mount Markham Mustangs in the sectional quarterfinals.
Yeah, everybody playing tonight. I believe there's one game in Section 3 tomorrow night. Everybody else decided to go Thursday. Honestly, I think it's a Halloween thing. They didn't want to host games on Halloween. Not a bad decision, I don't think. Get this first round out of the way, and then everybody's got an extra day in the coming week to prep for the next round, those who are fortunate enough to win and move on. So plenty of high school football going on all over the North Country tonight in Section 3 football. A lot of our soccer action happened over the last few days.
Couple of nights.
And I think they have maybe semifinal games this weekend.
Certainly a busy time of year.
Fun time of year. I mean, the weather's a little colder, but this is a reward for hard work. These guys have been going at it since practices started in mid-August. Now you're reaping the rewards. If you're Lowville, you've worked hard. You've got an undefeated season. You've earned the 1 seed, and you're playing at home tonight. Mount Markham, they've played hard all year. Not quite as much success on the field, but a playoff game as a reward for your efforts. And they're hoping to turn this around a little bit. Rough start, but if they can get down and get some points on the board here, they'll find themselves in a football game with the 1 seed.
Certainly showed some signs of life that second drive. They got down the field a little bit, picked up a first down. They go right back to it. The run up the middle, and that one gained about a yard.
Out to the 30, going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Evan Cosienda on the carry again. A couple of power backs wearing 33 for each team tonight.
With each play here, that Lowville defense just compacts a little bit more, a little bit closer to that line of scrimmage. I'm not sure if Mount Markham has an over-the-top passing game, but at some point it's going to be open. Their deepest player here is 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Motion again. They throw it out to the far side. It's reeled in the backfield and then fighting over the line of scrimmage. The ball's loose on that far sideline. Lowville ended up with a football, I think.
Did it stay in bounds?
I thought the receiver was down, but the signal is that Lowville's going to end up with a football after forcing a fumble on 3rd down.
It's just hard to see over there. Not just the distance across the field, but it's on that lighter part of the turf where the baseball infield is. It was hard to see where the out of bounds was, but I don't see any argument. Lowville's offense is on the field, so their next possession, second offensive possession, starts deep in Mount Markham territory.
Zaire has Swiernick to his left. It's an option play, and Zaire's going to keep it himself out to the near sideline, tried to get the edge, and was brought down there by a combination of Walker and Young. Actually, might have been pitched to Zabriskie there.
Yeah, it looked like he pitched that one out.
Short gain. 2nd down now.
Like just so many things to defend here with this Lowville offense.
About 8 to pick up here on 2nd down. Ball's on the 31. Motion. Handed off, Zabriskie, and he had nowhere to go. Got maybe back to the line of scrimmage before being brought down. 3rd down now.
As I was saying, a lot to prepare for if you're going up against this Lowville offense. You got a versatile quarterback who can run and throw. You got power running up the middle. You got speed to the outside. Just a lot to try to take away. 3rd and 8.
Zaire right under center. Whistle here before the snap, and it's going to be
timeout.
A timeout called.
Timeout Mount Markham.
By Mount Markham. First time out by either team.
Sure if you can pick it up on the camera. They're kind of zoomed in low to the field, but got a little bit of fog rolling in here, which you'd expect with all the rain and moisture we've had today. Not enough to affect our view yet, but it's changed quite a bit just in the little bit quarter plus that we've watched already.
Yeah, certainly on the drive in from Watertown, it was a little foggy. Wondered what our visibility would look like from up here, but so far, no complaints. Timeout called by Mount Markham. Like I said, the first by either team here in the first half with 9:55 remaining in the second quarter. Sectional football now on NBC Watertown. Happy to be in Lewis County, watching an undefeated Lowville team take on Mount Markham in the quarterfinals. Class D. Feels a little surreal to say Lowville in Class D, but that's where they are this year.
Yeah, that's nothing anybody gets a choice about. That's strictly based on enrollment numbers, and the numbers this year by, I believe, we've talked about it before, I think by 3 students put them in the Ds. But hey, you play the people on your schedule. That's what they've done, and they've done it to perfection so far. Nice run to the outside. Thought he was going to get the corner. He did turn the corner, but they had an angle on him. Plenty for a first down. That'll move the chains.
Swiernick again on the carry. Pretty much for this Lowville team, if it's to the outside, it's Swiernick. If it's up the middle, it's Zubriski. Zaire can go either way, kind of.
Yeah, when they get in those short yardage, sometimes you'll see Myers in there as well. He ran in the 2-point play.
Yep.
I think.
So first down now. Ball's on the 14. Zaire right under center again. Hands it off this time. It's Zubriski who gets around 1. He's out to the outside. Zubriski,
I think he got that in.
I think they're going to mark him down maybe at the 1.
They had him spotted just outside the goal line. Looked like that last lunge might have got across, but just short.
So first and goal after the run for Zubriski. Figure probably go right back to him up the middle here.
I was going to say the biggest decision is here is which guy to hand it to. I got to think this is going right. No sense of even trying to go wide. Zaire might keep it himself.
Hand it off, and Lowville's going to add 6 more.
There's a touchdown.
Zubriski right up the gut. And it's 21-0 now with 9:08 to go in the first half.
Yeah, will they go with extra point here or 2?
Looks like it might be the kick team. And as I say that, Zaire and Myers are going to head out into the huddle.
Yep, looks like they're going to line up for 2.
Zubriski, Swiernick in the backfield. Myers in motion. They fake the handoff. Zaire keeps it himself, and he is going to walk into the end zone for 2 more. 23-0. Lowville with the lead.
Not quite 3 minutes into the second quarter. Yet to be stopped on offense. And they've given up, I believe, 1 first down on defense.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ron. Just the one first down picked up by Mount Markham on the offensive side of the football.
And then immediately went backwards. When they get to the semifinals, whoever throughout the region, semifinal games, are those neutral site games, or are those also hosted by the better seed?
Couldn't tell you. We'll have to see. They've done a couple of different things in the past, I think. Typically it's been a neutral site, but I want to say last season we saw teams have a second home game. So lots of different things certainly possible. They seem to change it up just enough to keep you guessing.
Yeah, and they decide that before the season starts so that you don't have, teams clamoring for another home game.
Zaire with a kick. It's a low drive, and it bounces and rolls down close to the 10. Picked up there by Walker, and he's brought down at about the 25.
Good kick coverage there.
I believe, Ron, looking at the schedules, from what I recall, they've said the higher seed will be at home. But
for the semis?
I believe.
Makes sense.
That's what I recall.
Sectional finals, I believe, are the weekend at the JMA Dome.
Yeah, JMA Wireless Dome. It's I don't know. It'll always be the Carrier Dome, I think, to pretty much everybody up here.
Called it that for a lot of years. Hard to change now. Beautiful facility down there, though. Great reward for the kids that have played hard enough and well enough to earn their spot in the section or in the finals down there.
Handoff to the outside for Mount Markham. Solid game. Give them 4 on it. Maybe 5. Second down coming up for them.
Need a 5, makes it 2nd and 5 from the 31.
Long huddle here for the Mustangs. The play clock's down to 5.
I'm not sure they realize it. And now it's done. And they don't realize it. Wow.
Handed off. Saw a play similar to that in Watertown a few weeks back now. Ended up being a fake punt for about 40 yards. This was a little less successful, but a similar situation.
I thought one of the 5 officials, their job pre-snap is to watch the play clock. Might have been distracted by the fog.
It's definitely starting to roll in down here.
Another first down from Mount Markham. See if they can build on it this time.
Whistle here before the snap.
Got some clock issues, have you noticed? They don't necessarily tick down 1 second at a time. They'll hold and then they jump 3 or 4 seconds. Maybe that's why they gave them some leeway on that prior play. It's both the game clock and the play clock. Every once in a while they'll freeze for 2 or 3 seconds and then jump.
Pass out to the far side and incomplete. Batted down by Swiernick. That's terrific coverage from Lowville. Pass was intended for Young, and he had a step on Swiernick, but enough air under the pass for Lowville to get there and swat it away. First time we've seen Mount Markham take a shot down the field.
Yeah, and that was a good-looking
Decent
ball.
look.
It was on the money. It was just good defense. Got a hand up just in time.
Looking at 2nd and 10 here. 7:35 to go in the first half. Trailing by 23. Motion. They hand it off.
Cuts back 2 or 3 different times and just nowhere to go.
Pretty good effort to lose a yard. Jamison Young could have been stopped for a loss of 3 or 4.
Yeah, he did a nice job, and he just had nowhere to go. He tried to pick his way back, at least try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Almost got back there, but 3rd and 11.
Under 7 to go in the first half. Trips to the left for Mount Markham. Fake handoff. Pasquale throws. It's reeled in at the line of scrimmage. Now trying to fight forward to the 40 and stopped closer to the 43. Short gain, but it's
just
fourth
short of
down
the 40.
now.
So I think they got 4th and maybe 7. Yeah, I think they're bringing out the punt team.
Scoreboard's going to agree with you, Ron. 4th and 7. And it does look like the punt unit. Zaire and Swiernick are the deep men. Headed out towards Swiernick. It's going to bounce a few times. And Mount Markham will down it at the 36.
Not a bad result there for Mount Markham. They put some air under that first punt and watched it go the other way for 6. So setting Lowville up at the 36-yard line, things could be worse. Make them drive the length of the field. 6:04 until halftime.
Lowville have been rolling here. Doesn't look like they've got any intentions of changing it up. No reason to. Keep it on the ground. Hand it off. Zubriski to the outside. Fights forward for a couple of yards.
Good tough run. I know they're down 23-0, but really Mount Markham's defense has done a pretty good job, at least against the running game. Got hit with that special teams play, one big pass over the top, but haven't had a ton of success and not a lot of big runs on the ground for Lowville. Mount Markham's offense has had next to nothing go their way so far.
Zubriski's in the backfield. In motion, though, is Myers. He gets around 1, he gets around 2. Myers is over the 50. Myers over the 40, over the 30. Inside the 20,
over.
Inside the 10. Myers into the end zone.
Took on the tackler, threw him off, and took it the rest of the way to the house. What a great run. 2 guys had an angle. First one dove at his legs, didn't get him. Second one tried the upper body, and that didn't work either. What a great run by Myers.
Lowville.
It looks like this time it'll be an extra point.
Yeah, out for the PAT this time. Getting a little bit of practice in on special teams. Good snap and hold, kick low.
I think
looked like it might have missed left.
Yep, pulled it left.
No good on the PAT. It stays 29-0 with 5:10 to go in the first half.
Looked like he chili dipped the wedge there and shanked it off to the left. I suppose they can spare it at 29-0.
Chili dip the wedge.
Yeah, you don't like to cut that a groover too low.
I'm familiar with that. Lowville are in a familiar spot too, with a big lead in the first half. They've had a terrific season, unbeaten on the year. We watched them play General Brown in a game that started out, looked like Lowville might walk away with it. General Brown gave them a pretty good fight, but
yeah, Lowville's going to be a tough out here in the D's.
Sayre to kick it away. Good boot from him. And it was reeled in down close to the 10. Returned down close to the 30 by Walker.
Interesting bracket here if you, assuming, it's a big assume, we're still only halfway through the second quarter, but if Lowville's able to move on here, they draw the winner of the 4-5 matchup, Sandy Creek. The 4 seed, I think expected to come out of there, but down at the bottom of the bracket, you've got Dolgeville the 2, Cato the 3, Cato Meridian. Dolgeville's hosting Herkimer tonight. Cato Meridian playing host to Beaver River.
Some pretty good,
some quality competition
pretty
down
good
there.
Local schools too.
And Dolgeville is perennially the team to beat. So smart money says you're going to see them again before the end of the year. And they came here and played tough earlier in the year, but Lowville was just outmatched them, and Dolgeville didn't play their best game. So I'm sure Dolgeville would like another shot at Lowville.
Yeah, we saw them play Beaver River earlier this year. Another handoff up the middle.
And Beaver River played them tough as well.
Yeah, it came down right to the last minute of the game. Beaver River gave up a score to fall behind, and I thought for a second Kane Linedecker was going to take one all the way back to the house to answer.
I remember that. Look, when he made that cut, it looked like he was gone. So anyway, back to Lowville and Mount Markham. Mount Markham's got a first down out across the 40. Chance here with another first down to get onto the Lowville side of the field. They haven't crossed midfield yet. Seem to be making a little more progress each time they get the ball.
One in the backfield with Pasquale. Option play, pitches out to the near side. That's Young there.
Nice
he gets
move.
a good block on the near side by the tight end.
Good tough run there out to the 45. Again, that's the second or third time tonight we've been able to say great effort just to either get to the line of scrimmage or gain one or two, because he could have easily been tackled behind the line. Just didn't give up on the play.
Damian Case laid a good block there. The tight end on the near side allowed his man to pick up another couple of yards. Second down now and 7.
Trip receivers out to the left. And now one coming back into the backfield.
Handed off, though, and out to the near side is Cosienda. Not much doing on the play.
Short gain, they're going to give him 2 out to the 47. That's 3rd and 5.
Gavin Harper in on the stop for the Raiders. Down to 3 minutes to go in the first half. Couple of times now we've seen Mount Markham pick up a first down and then struggle to pick up another. They're about 5 yards short of a fresh set here. Thrown and caught at the 50.
It's going to be short of the first down, but not giving progress to the 50, excuse me, the 51, the 49.
Yeah, it's
that's going to bring up, they're going to give him a first down. They're moving the chains.
That was pretty much right at the line to gain.
Generous spot, but we'll take it.
I thought the forward progress might have been about that area, but they didn't blow the whistle right away.
They
which was
did not.
What made you second guess that for a second?
All right, so Mount Markham into Lowville territory. Another first down. They got 2:18 on the clock. If they're going to try to score here before half, they're going to have to find some bigger chunks of yardage.
Keeper up the middle for Asher Pasquale. They give him 3, so 2nd and 7. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Mount Markham with 2 timeouts, if they feel so inclined here.
Don't seem to be any rush. Down 29, the clock ticks under 140 now.
Direct snap to Young, and he's going to fight up the middle.
Picking
Young
his way ahead. Nice run.
Across the 40.
And another first down. Putting a little something together here. And right back to the line level with a quick substitution.
Yeah, clock starts running again, minute 20. Handed off and up the middle. Lowville answered that one. About a yard on the carry. And here's the timeout called by the Mustangs.
I believe that's their second the half. They called one really early.
Yep.
So they'll have one more. Minute 3 to go. Still 36 yards from the end zone and the scoreboard. But this has been by far their most productive offensive possession. Whether they're figuring something out or just kind of softening up the middle of that Lowville defense. Play call's been a little more varied. Got some guys moving around, some option, not just handing it off and running up the middle. See what they have in mind here. They're only passing. Well, they took that one shot over the middle, which was a well-thrown ball. Swernick was able to knock it away, but other than that, it's been swing passes to the outside, trying to set up blocks, and Lowville's been able to fight through those and minimize their success. So we'll see if they decide to go over the top.
Yeah, didn't miss by much on that attempt over the middle. Would not be surprised if they try for something similar here. Down to just a minute to work with in the first half. Already trailing by 29.
This time trips out to the right here on the near side. See if that's just an attempt to spread the defense. No, he's going to go back and he's going to roll it to the right.
Pasquale out to the near side, and
Kempney on the defense there, able to knock it away. Nice play, Sport.
trying to find the tight end Case on the near side. Like Ron said, Kempney there to break it up. 3rd down now and 8. Clock stopped at 1:03.
Not sure if they don't think they've got enough time to even roll out there. If he could just stop and plant his feet, he's got a chance to throw one deeper, but he's been throwing these on the run. Hard to get a lot on him.
Motion, and they hand it off. A little bit of a seam up the middle. They're going to pick up a couple of yards. Xander Tardy on the carry.
Lowville taking timeout. I think they want one more
Might
shot
want
with
the
the
football
ball.
back. I had a 4th down and about 5. First charged timeout.
Yeah,
Believe
Raiders.
Lowville, right?
Yeah, yep.
Scoreboard here in the
Smart play,
Field
really,
has
from
got-
Lowville. If they can make the stop, they got decent field position. They'll have 2 more timeouts and 60, 65 yards of real estate between them and another score.
which they've already proven they can pick up in a hurry. Myers with a big rush for a touchdown. Covered a lot of ground pretty quickly.
On top of covering the 2 defenders who had an angle on him.
Timeout Lowville with 52.7 seconds remaining in the first half. The sectional quarterfinals on NBC Watertown. Raiders want the football back. It's 4th down and 5 coming up for Mount Markham.
Thinking they're going to stack the box, at least in the middle of the field with those linebackers, and make them beat them through the air. See if they can pick up 5-man coverage. 2 to the left. Going to be 3 to the left now.
Walker rolled out in motion. Pasquale rolls out to his left, looking
Going
to
up
throw.
top. He's got a man behind the defense. He got it. That's a touchdown. Nice throw. Put it right on the money, and he went up and high-pointed it. And he brought down Mount Markham's first score of the night. Nice pitch and catch. He got behind. Ball was a little underthrown. But that size advantage was the difference out there in that front corner of the end zone. Mount Markham jumps on the scoreboard with 6.
Pasquale to Jamison Young. And now here's the Mustangs offense trying to add 2 more. Hand it off right up the middle, trying to power forward, and just short is Young on the carry. So it'll stay
Just hit
6.
a wall. Looked like he had a great head of steam,
He
and
did.
Lowville just met him between the 1 and 2 yard line and unable to get across. But Mount Markham jumps on the board. Well, Lowville got the ball back with 45 seconds to go. I think the plan was to do it with a 0 on the scoreboard for Mount Markham, but we'll see what they can do with the ball. Clearly, I would think if they called a timeout with 52 left, they're going to try to score with 46 left when they get the ball back, I would think. We'll see.
Mount Markham will kick it away. Looks like Zabriskie is deep with Myers for Lowville.
I could be wrong, but how many white jerseys you see out there? I only see 10. I think there comes one. Let's see, you might want to try to cover it with 11. They've already returned a punt today. I don't think I'd start at one short. That one taken short at the 25 and right up the middle of the special teams unit out near the 40. So they'll have just under 40 seconds from the 40-yard line. We'll see. Maybe they run one of those options, see if they can get somebody to break free, or maybe they'll give Zare a chance to throw the ball again.
Carter Fowler on the kick return down to the 38-yard line. 39 seconds remaining in the first half.
Trips right, one to the left. He'll keep a back in the backfield.
Zare looks to his left, throws, has a man.
Nice.
And able to get out of bounds, too, was Kempney.
Second and short. Not the
gain of 8.
first down's really not the issue here. They're looking at getting chunks of yardage. Kempney did a great job there to get the ball and then get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Zare handed off. Zabriskie this time able to worm his way forward.
Important to get that first down. That stops the clock until they reset it. Gives Lowville a chance to get the offense. I'm assuming they had a few plays called. Now they're going to go trips left, one to the right. Clock starts again, under 25.
Zare looks to pass one
now
more
he's
time.
going up
throws
over
one
the top.
Deep.
That's Kempney, I think. Was that 2?
Batted
to Myers. Down. Yep, you had Kempney inside the numbers. You had Myers wide. That one went to Myers, but a good defensive play to knock it away.
Caden Walker in coverage for Mount Markham. Second down now and 10. 16.2 remaining in the half.
A lot of times what you'll see here, teams will have success. They'll put trips to one side and send one out to the other side. They end up one-on-one, and that's the way they go.
Zabriskie's in the backfield with Zare, who's got trips to the right, one to the left. Zare looks to his right. He's under a little bit of pressure. Hit as he throws, and it is
crushed.
Picked off.
He's still on the ground. Boy, he got smoked.
Intercepted by Mount Markham.
Whew.
Like you said, Zare took a pretty good lick there.
I don't know that he saw that one coming. I'd love to say he stood in the pocket and took it. I'm not sure he saw that one coming. That was a clean hit, but a big hit.
So
well,
it's Mount Markham who will get the football back, and
going to guess they're going to take a knee here and get it to half. No need to hand one to Lowville. Lowville will receive the second half kickoff. I got to think this is take a knee and take it to the half, and there it is. So with that, we're going to head to the half. 29-6, a dominant first half from Lowville, but Mount Markham showing a little fight there late, scored inside the last minute, and then picked off Zare on defense. Pretty good final minute or two for Mount Markham. Certainly plenty of hope as they head to the second half. Going to have to come out and stop that first Lowville possession, get the ball back. But they've got a shot. They're certainly in it. When it looked like it could have got away from them. So kudos to the Mustangs for the fight they showed there at the end of the first half.
Yeah, they've come up with a couple of stops. That interception there to end the quarter. Got one into the end zone on the pass over the top. Maybe we'll see a little more of that in the second half for Mount Markham. Obviously, as time continues to tick down on them, they're going to be forced to get a little more creative. Trail 29-6 at halftime here in the Class D sectional quarterfinals to the host Lowville Raiders.
We've stayed dry to this point. I was just going to take a peek at the forecast. Looks like it could be dry until well after game time. Got a decent chance of rain at 7. Other than that, dry until we get to 10, 11 o'clock tonight, so maybe we'll stay dry.
That would be ideal for us for the pretty decent, respectable crowd that's
Decent
turned out
crowd.
on a pretty brisk, gloomy day.
Well, maybe some of them chose to stay home and listen to us call the game from a nice, dry, warm location.
Well, if you did, we really appreciate you tuning in to NBC Watertown, listening to Ron Rockwood, myself, Connor Lalone. Halftime score between Lowville and Mount Markham, 29-6. We're going to take a break here for halftime, and we'll be back when they kick it away to start the second half of the Class D sectional quarters. See you in a bit. Welcome back to Lowville Academy Central School, where the host Raiders staked themselves a 29-6 lead against the visiting Mount Markham Mustangs in the sectional quarters here on NBC Watertown. Ron Rockwood alongside myself, Connor Lalone, as we're up in the second story of the elementary school watching some football from up here. It's pretty nice and warm where we are. Opening kick of the second half, reeled in, and now out to the near side, trying to fight back towards the middle of the field. That's a pretty solid kick return to start things off.
Yeah, out across the 40, almost the 45. Really interested to see how this first possession goes for Lowville. You know, you look back on that first half, Lowville really in control, really from those first 2 minutes. They got that quick 3-and-out, returned the punt for a touchdown. They were cruising, and then all of a sudden Mount Markham got a little momentum, ended up punching it in the end zone, got a turnover at the end of the half. Let's see if they can build on that. You know, if Lowville goes down and scores again on this possession, it's going to be a pretty big hill to climb for Mount Markham. So this is big for that Mount Markham defense, even though it's really early in the second half. And first down,
good stop on Swiernick.
May have gained a yard.
Solid kick return from Fowler to set him up. Swiernick, like you said, got back to the line of scrimmage. That was about it. 2nd and 10. Raiders to the line. Motion. It's pitched out to the near sideline. That was
nice
Myers
tackle.
again on the run. He got over the 45. Brought down well.
Just when it looked like he was going to break out, got him by the ankles. Now a 3rd and 7.
Evan Coatsienda on the tackle. He's had a good defensive game. Number of carries up the middle on the offensive side as well for Mount Markham. Third down, about 7. Zubriski's in the backfield this time.
He's going to go
So
back
is
to
Swiernick.
pass.
Pass from Zaire.
Oh, through his hands. That was intended for Fowler. That one was pretty hot. And now 4th down. Let's see if Lowville's going to punt this one away. I think they are. Well, exactly what Mount Markham would have ordered at the half. See if you can get a 3-and-out and get the ball back. Lowville's first punt of the evening. Yeah, Mount Markham's going to have a shot to put that offense back on the field. Boy, they just gave them a free 5. Let's see if that changes their mind. And it will. Now the offense will come back on the field. Boy, just those pre-snap penalties are a killer. There's just no reason for that. I don't think you're going for the block there. Just wait till the ball snapped. Wow. Now they got 4th and 2. Boy, you got exactly what you wanted on defense. And then to get drawn off sides by the snap count by the punter. Now let's see if they can make it work here. Works to their advantage if they can make the stop. Pitch it out wide.
To
He's
Myers
got room.
on the outside. He's got the first down. Myers.
And a lot more. Still
tripped
fighting.
up, but that's a big gain. Myers down inside the 25.
As great a run as that was, no question, great run. But that play does not happen without that pre-snap penalty. Just a crushing blow to Mount Markham. Had exactly what they wanted. All right, got to find a way to shake it off here. See if they can get a stop. 1st and 10 now, just outside the 20-yard line.
Whistle here before the snap. Player down for Mount Markham, I think, on that far sideline, the official timeout.
Well, we have a second to tie up something we were talking about in the first half. I have it on good information from a source, parent of one of our players, center Colton McGrath. His dad reached out to me at halftime to let us know that the next round of the playoffs is scheduled for next Saturday. The semifinals for the D are at Westmoreland. Times to be determined. but it won't be hosted by the higher seed. It is a neutral site. Westmoreland next Saturday, time TBD.
Which means that somebody's going to have to do their research in the coming days and figure out if NBC is going to have a game next week. Hand it off to Zabriskie.
I happen to be free. If we got a camera and a microphone, I'll be there.
Good to know.
Boy, that Mount Markham defense is really playing well after those first couple of drives.
Yeah, that jump defensively on special teams is what killed him on this drive.
Still a chance, though, to get that stop. Just going to be 4 downs from here. They're not going to punt it away from down inside the 30. And again, he's tackled for a loss.
Zare is sacked.
That's a big loss. He might have lost 4 or 5 there. 3rd and 14.
Loss of 5 makes it 3rd and 15 to 25. Excuse me, 29.
I gotta think they're gonna get Zare out on the move here.
Looking
Maybe.
at 3rd and long.
Oh,
Pitched.
the pitch wide to Zabriskie.
Zabriskie.
And they run him wide and get him out of bounds. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Damian Case.
That's right where he is. Going to be 4th and 10.
Ball carried by 33. Zabriskie tackle.
Maybe just short of it, 4th and 11.
8. Gain of 4 makes it 4th and 11.
Well, one more opportunity here from Mount Markham to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense. I think they're going to want to keep an eye on that one-on-one receiver to the right. Get these trips to the short side. Got most of the defense over here.
Yeah, Fowler's that way, but Zare looks to his left. Throws.
Oh, wide open.
Caught and into the end zone. Touchdown for Lowville. Carson Kempney on the grab.
That is Kempney on the grab. 4-6. He found himself wide open inside the 5, and Zare put it on him, hauled it in, turned, and walked it in the end zone. And just like that, Lowville takes over. Now a chance to go up 30 with an extra point. Actually, they're going to go for 2.
Another look at it there is Kempney with a grab, able to cut back to the inside and slide into the end zone. The 2-point conversion attempt,
Zabriskie
good as well.
untouched. And they have restored order. A 4th down penalty gets them an opportunity to come out and pick up a couple for a 4th down conversion. And 4 plays later, 4th and 11 turns into a touchdown pass. Zare to Kempney. And Lowville now leads by 31. That's just that.
Yeah.
Pretty disheartening for the Mustangs.
Backbreaker for them. Looked
Really
like they were going to have a stop, force a punt.
One
Jumped offside.
bad penalty and one poorly played defensive snap. That's all it took. Lowville took advantage.
Zare to kick it away yet again. Done that several times tonight. 8:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Zare's kick is high. Reeled in pretty much right at the 10.
Trying to get the corner. And that Lowville pursuit, not going to let it happen. He got out across the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. They'll set up shop there, 1st and 10. They might give him the 27.
Caden Walker on the kick return for Mount Markham.
Back on the play by number 23, Nooks. First and 10 at the
Well, Mount Markham got into the end zone on that pass over the top. They nearly connected on one
15-yard line.
a drive or two earlier in the first half. Trailing by 31. See if they try to go to the air a little bit more here. They hand it off on first down, and that's a loss of a couple.
He fought back to the line of scrimmage. Good tough run there.
Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. That play looked like it was stopped. Actually going to give Cosienda a yard on that carry. 2nd and 9.
Yard makes it 2nd and 9. 29.
Play clock down to 10.
And they're just breaking the huddle. Fortunately, suddenly it turns to 5. That play clock now at 3. They're not going to get this one off. We'll see if the refs actually see it. They haven't yet.
There it is. Yeah, it seemed like there was one earlier that could have been called in the first half.
I'll tell you, I'd have an issue if I was the Mount Markham coach. I mean, you got to have a feel for that clock, but when you look up and it says 10, you know, you can glance up at that and quickly look down and it snaps back to 5 because it's not showing every second. I'd have an issue with it. I'm not sure they've noticed it. But very deceptive for a quarterback.
2nd and long now. Motion in front of Pasquale. He rolls out to his right. Pasquale looking down the field.
Better
throws.
be careful there.
Incomplete.
Sometimes better to just get rid of that, throw it away, live to play another day. That was pretty close to being intercepted. Third and 14. I know they would rather run the ball. That's their comfort zone, but with the down and distance and the score, they've got to go to the air.
Looking to pass, and that one's just slightly overthrown on the near side, trying to find Walker.
Probably going to have to punt this one away. Not going to want to hand Lowville the ball that deep in their own territory. Oh, holding on the offense. Haven't had very many flags today. I'm going to assume they'll decline that.
Yeah, Lowville.
It is declined. And now the punt team will come on. Got to kick this one away. Play some good defense again. See if you can avoid that costly penalty and the big play. Play in and play out. They're playing some good defense. Just that. Boy, that big pass play was a backbreaker. Oh, that was not a very good kick.
Yeah, punt kind of shanked out to the near
the
sideline. Now trying to fight forward. Zaire.
Try to take 2 to the house.
Gets down to about the 30.
He has got some wiggle. It's tough to bring down. And a net gain there of not very much. Lowville's going to have the ball down near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, short punt, good return.
I feel like we saw him do that in at General Brown. Isn't that how they got their last touchdown? They picked up a punt that had bounced a few times along the far sideline, picked it up on the run, returned it. It was a big play in the game.
Handed off this time, and trying to fight to the outside, getting to the outside is Caleb Farney. First time we've called his name tonight.
Nice 12-yard gain, another first down. I think they're going to want to move the chain gang over there. They got the first down marker ahead of the sticks.
13-yard gain on the play, first attempt at 22.
Right up the middle. Boy, what a huge hole. That offensive line got McGrath in the middle, and the guards just opened up a huge hole. And another first down. That's going to be 1st and goal
like they've got that marked about the 7-yard line.
At the 7-yard line. After a 15-yard gain.
6:35 remaining in the third quarter. Level up 37-6, trying to add to that lead. Hand it off again. Farney out to the near side. Did he get in with that reach?
Did not.
Just short.
Good tackle, one-on-one on the outside. Kept them out for at least one more play.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. After a 5-yard gain.
Farney, the junior running back, getting involved in this drive. Zare with Zubriski and Swiernick in the backfield now. Handed off, it's Swiernick, and it's 6
Right
more.
Up the gut. Nice run. Nice blocking. Well, that line really does a fantastic job for Lowville. Linemen, as a rule, don't get enough credit. You start calling guys for big runs. I think the running backs know that doesn't happen without the 5 guys in front of them open up the holes.
Yeah, the push from Barney and McGrath there on that offensive line. You saw gave Swiernick a look.
A nice looking extra point there. That one's up on the tennis courts.
44-6 now after the PAT. Swiernick able to power one home. Lowville in control.
Now completely in control. Got to think maybe some of those guys that work their tails off in practice but don't get a lot of time on the field, they might get some time here in a playoff game, which will be nice. Pretty comfortable lead. I feel like they get a stop. Maybe we see somebody else in at quarterback, couple new running backs, maybe some receivers. Good not only to get those guys on the field, but, you know, heaven forbid there's ever an injury. You'd like whoever's behind them to have some experience on the field if they're going to step on, especially late in the season in big moments. So if you got a chance now to get them some playing time, everybody wins.
Stanford will kick it away, and it's a low drive. That's going to be reeled in eventually.
Well, that's on the
and
ground. That might have been
loose.
recovered by Red. Lowville might have that. And they do. Boy, you let that bounce a second time. Those balls are oddly shaped for a reason. They turn into a good spiral. They also bounce funny directions once they start rolling around on the ground. And that is not what Mount Markham needed. Lowville once again setting up shop, this time about the 27-yard line. And let's see what their lineup looks like when they break the huddle. Still got Zare at quarterback.
Zare's still out there. Zubriski in the eye with him. Motion behind them. Handed off. Pitch to Farney, and Farney tried to get around the edge, got to about the 20.
Nice tackle. That was the last guy before he had open carpet.
Caden Walker on the stop. Saw Farney slam the turf. He knew if he had gotten around.
Yeah, that was the
Walker,
last guy.
he was home free. Second down now. Handed off. Swiernick to the outside. Cut back towards the middle.
Going to be close, maybe a yard short. We'll see where they mark it. I think he's about a yard short. Yeah, it looks like 3rd and 1.
3 makes it 3rd and 1 from the 18.
No sense, no need to go to the air here. Just pound your ground game and get your first down, keep the clock running.
Handed off. to the near side. And now with some space is Swiernick. He's pushed out at the 6.
Really quality running game for Lowville. Just to sit back here from a distance up above and be able to see the blocks and the holes they create. Combine that with guys with good vision and good speed and who run with power. You are a tough offense to stop.
Yeah, it's not just one guy for Lowville.
No, a lot of
Zabriskie
weapons.
leads in the numbers game, but Swiernick has gotten it done. Myers has a big rush for a touchdown.
Yeah,
Farney on this last couple of drives.
Yeah, plenty of weapons. And Zaire himself, a big weapon.
Farney this time.
Is that Farney?
He got down to about the 1. Yeah, they spot him down just short. 2nd and goal.
Unit 4 makes it 2nd and goal from the 1.
Clock continues to run now, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Zabriskie and Swiernick both out there. Zaire's under center. Handed off. Zabriskie. Touchdown, Lowville.
And that'll put them
spot.
over 50. Third quarter. Whew. 3 touchdowns in the first 8.5 minutes of the quarter. Aided quite a bit by Mount Markham, unfortunately.
Zabriskie on the handoff, able to just power to the right side. Hole opened up for him.
Well, they've been alternating back and forth, so if they continue that, this should be a 2-point conversion. Well, it looks like they're going to kick a point, though. Yep.
Stanford will attempt the extra point conversion.
PAT try. Devin Stanford out there. Like you mentioned, Ron, getting maybe the second string of some of these guys, some of these spots. Stanford, a couple of kicks now.
You never know a play like this. Down the road, you need a big kick, somebody's got some experience. Could make all the difference in the world.
Flag on the play. There was motion at the line.
I feel like Mount Markham jumped, which will give them half the distance to the goal, but I think they're going to stay and try the kick anyway. They're not in need of any extra additional points. They need the rep time is what they need. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. Well executed. Nicely done, young man.
51-6.
Dominant. Absolutely took over. We said that first few minutes of the third quarter was going to be crucial. Looked like Mount Markham had done their job. And you hate to say it, it changed on a 5-yard penalty, but
yep.
Boy, the momentum completely changed and Lowville has not looked back. 3 very quick possessions, 3 touchdowns, and now 51-6.
Walker. Picking off the line, number 53.
Stanford now will kick it away. Last time he had a low burner. That's
which resulted in a turnover.
Yeah, 8 up, the return team. And ended up being a fumble. He goes for it again, and that one's fielded a little more cleanly. Right about the 36.
Generous. I guess it was clean. He laid on it.
Pretty much anything was going to be more clean
That's
than
true.
the last.
Good point.
Mount Markham football here really starting to get foggy.
Yeah, it came in high, and then it kind of waned a
settled
little bit, and
now.
now it's starting to settle in. But good for the fans here. A lot of the students up here in the section just below us been able to stay dry all night. A lot of them standing. I don't know that that's necessarily out of excitement. I think it's more because the benches are wet.
Handed off to Walker. Got to the outside for a couple of yards. Second down and long.
You know, we talked about on offense, but really same opportunity for the defense here for Lowville. Get some guys some playing time, some experience. You never know when you're going to need somebody to step in.
Low snap.
I think they fumbled that.
Yep. Well done to fall on it, Pasquale. Wasn't the greatest of snaps. It was down by his ankles, and he had to go down and get it, fall on top of it.
Third and 14 from the 33.
Loss of about 5 yards. Third down now and 14. Motion in front of Pasquale. They hand it off. No, keeper.
He kept it himself.
And he dives forward for maybe a yard. So Mount Markham offense just hasn't really gotten anything going. They had the one big play over the top for the score, and other than that.
Yeah, had a little momentum there before the half, and I think watching what was happening with their defense took whatever steam they had, took it away. It looks like they might line up to go for this. We got something going on. Was there a penalty? Hard to see the flags from up here. You don't see them fly like we normally do.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to march off some yardage.
Wow, a lot of yardage.
Did not see a signal.
And
Another
there goes
flag.
another one.
Two of them.
I'm going to guess that one was somebody getting mouthy with the ref when he marched that off, because it was the guy that was putting down the ball.
Yeah, a little dissent.
I'm going to guess something was said that the ref did not like hearing, and that they're going to keep marching off. That's half the distance. They got fourth down in a cornfield now. Holy cow. They got to get out to the 47, and I think they're on about the 12-yard line. So what do we got, 35, fourth and 35?
Starting to maybe drizzle out there.
The umbrellas are out. I'd love to know what was said to that official.
Well, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
What is going on now?
Whistle here. Timeout called by Mount Markham.
Well, I don't know that they have a lot of plays in the playbook for fourth and 35, so maybe they're going to go draw one up.
Certainly a possibility. No
Curious
real.
what the first
Yeah.
penalty was.
Never saw a signal. Never even saw the flag
No,
actually up
nope.
here.
We honestly would have never known anything had they not held up the game for so long. Second one looked pretty obvious. As soon as he put that ball down, he let that flag rip. Looks like they are going to punt it away.
Yep.
Not a good sign when their punt returners are set up on the 40-yard line. Understatement to say they're going to end up with good field position, assuming they can field this cleanly.
High snap. Pretty good punt. And a fair catch called for at the 40. Elijah Manning on the fair catch. I think you're right, Ron. We're going to see some new faces
Yep.
here. Last 14 minutes of this game.
Yeah, I think we might have 11 new players out there. Looks like Kempney's going to take the reins at quarterback. He caught a touchdown pass earlier. He was the starting quarterback to start the season, and then Zare progressed enough that he was promoted to the starting job. But Kempney, plenty of experience at quarterback.
Nothing doing on that play. Handed off to Julian Stogsdill, and he was brought down for a loss.
Tackled by number 33, loss of 2. Makes it
Second down and 12. It's a good problem to have. You have a couple of guys that have played quarterback, have experience
Your
at
backup
quarterback.
quarterback has started, I'm going to say 10, 15 games at quarterback between this season and last.
Another handoff up the middle, and whistle went for forward progress of about really nothing. Stogsdill on the carry again.
3rd and 12. And this really not a product of the guys that are on the field. It's more Mount Markham knowing pretty confidently that Lowville is going to stick to the run here. They don't have any interest in running up the score.
Kempney hands it off. Diving forward for a first down.
We'll see if
Slade
Kaufman
Nortz.
decides to punt it away. No, I think he might leave the offense on the field. Yeah, going to leave the offense out there. 4th and 9.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong marker on that sideline. That's the original line of scrimmage, not the first down marker. 4th and 9. Nortz on the carry.
Play clock under 10. I think Kempney will take as much off as he can. There's the pitch out wide.
To the outside.
Got a little space, and he might have got there. Boy, that's close. I think he got there.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the spot. Looks like the spot's going to be the 30, which is pretty much right where Nortz needed to get. See the pitch to the outside.
If he
Nortz
crossed the 40, that was a first down.
Yeah, picked up enough.
I think that clock will start. There it goes, and that'll bring the 3rd quarter to an end. They'll switch ends. They'll place it down here right in front of us to start the 4th quarter. Lowville probably going to stick to the ground, but looking to, at some point, add to that 45-point lead. They have been every part the dominant 1 seed so far here tonight. Little flashes from Mount Markham, but overall, Lowville has been in control literally start to finish.
Yeah, right from the very outset, they got the stop on defense. Zare returned the punt for a touchdown. They scored before the offense had even taken the field.
Really never looked back.
No, there were times where you thought Mount Markham, if they could get a stop or two, they might have a chance to make some sort of noise, but
doesn't look like it's going to be their night tonight. So we're getting ready to bring the teams out for the 4th quarter. The nose of the football just touching the 30-yard line. So obviously that means the yard to gain next time will be the 20 to pick up another first. But they'll come out 1st and 10. Expecting to see a heavy dose of the run here.
1st and 10 Lowville at the 30-yard line.
Handed off. And I think we got a new quarterback. And
this
a
is a touchdown
run
for Lowville.
Wow. Stogsdill with a great run up the middle. He had two guys try to tackle him at the 5, and he dragged them the last 5 yards. A couple more on him at the end. Let's take a look at this replay again. Right there at the 10, he had 3 guys and 4 when they brought him down 5 yards into the end zone. What a great run.
PAT try coming up here. Kick.
And missed it wide right. Got a good leg under it, but pushed it to the right. Now that'll extend the lead to 57-6. Great run up the middle there by Stogsdill. That was impressive run.
He really just dragged a couple of guys on his back and ran it in. Impressive stuff from Lowville all night. Julian Stogsdill, the latest Raider into the end zone.
New names, new numbers, same result. Get the ball, run hard, drag tacklers for every yard you can get. Make the most of the opportunity.
Announcement by the officials down there that there will be a running clock for the rest of the game. It's the first time I think I've ever seen that in a high school game.
Yeah, I've heard they've done it at different places. When it gets
it's pretty much the
out of
perfect
hand
situation
here,
for it.
Yeah.
The weather.
This is what
threatening.
It's designed for. Yep. Both coaches have to agree to it. Smart move here, I think.
Yeah, for both teams.
Yep.
Really. Booted away and picked up at about the 14. Trying to spin out to the near side. Brought down eventually. It was Jamison Young.
So the clock continues to run. We're now under 11 and a half.
Now Markham to the line. Jamison Young is lined up at quarterback. He's seen a couple of snaps tonight. This one he's going to take and try to fight to the outside. Young over the 45, over the 40. Still going is Young. And he's over midfield before being shoved out of bounds.
Picked his way through the line and then found a crease to the right. And once he got outside, turned on the burners. Great piece of running there. Other than that touchdown pass over the top, that's been their best offensive play of the night.
Yeah, eventually shoved out of bounds by Stogsdill. It's a
gain
long
of
rush.
25, 26.
Yeah, sets him up inside the Lowville half of the field. Pitched out to the near side.
Nice cutback. Inside the 40. That's good for almost 10.
Yeah, it might be enough for another first. Certainly looks like it, spot-wise.
Yeah, there goes the chain gang. And 1st and 10. We click under 10 minutes to go.
Xander Tardy on the rush. Cosienda in the backfield with Pasquale. They hand it off to Young.
Oh, boy, he had a block going on 15 yards downfield. Short gain on the play. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. We're about to tick under 9 minutes to go. Crowd is hung out. Looks like they're going to stay till the end, show their appreciation to the boys in red. and great effort. And if this is the last time they're going to see him on the home turf this year, I think they want to send him out right.
Pasquale looking to pass, throws one down the field, and it is incomplete.
Boy, he made a good adjustment on that ball.
Flag down at the line of scrimmage in the area of an offensive holding.
And that's the call.
I've really noticed what you've been saying all night, Ron, about the clock. Really hanging up now.
Yeah, it sometimes for 4 or 5 seconds. I think that, it's obviously not a factor at this point, but that play clock, if it's hanging up for 4 or 5 seconds, you happen to glance up, like I said earlier, it says 10, but it's been there for 4 seconds. As soon as you look down, it clicks to 5. That's an issue.
Second down and long, handed off.
Plenty of space up the middle there. Good run. Got all that penalty yardage back. And there's a late flag. Gosh, nobody even near the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, down in the backfield.
What's this one going to be? Dead ball. Isn't that the signal for delay a game?
That's what I thought.
What? The play clock never even started. I was watching it. It was on 40. They reset it to 25 on the snap of the ball. All right.
I'm with you. Pasquale throws.
Oh, he's open.
And it is
intercepted?
Yeah, picked off.
Wow, what a nice athletic play to pick that off. I think they honestly both had their hands on the ball. But that was pretty clearly a catch by Lowville. Can't tell who got it, but he made a great play on the ball.
Looked like Ethan Myers. I see the two of them wrestling there for it.
It does look like 6. I think that is Myers. He got up.
It's Jamison Young for Mount Markham.
If he'd have thrown that ball more to the inside, I think they could have made the connection there. Once he threw it to the outside where the defenders were, then it's anybody's ball, and Myers is able to come down with it. Boy, that's a tackle for loss. That's going to be a big loss.
It's pretty close to safety range.
Yeah, they've got him marked out by the 5-yard line. They must have just run him
deeper
back.
Than that.
Yeah, it looked like when he went down, he was in the end zone, but side judge has him marked out by the 5. Still trying to wrap my head around that delay game penalty when there was no play clock running, but
Lowville now deep in their own half of the field. Pretty well timed by Mount Markham, able to sneak out of it first. Again, that's a loss.
Down
close to the
2-3 yard line, yep. About 15 probably yards ago, 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
Fog seems to have lifted.
Handed off up the middle this time and a couple of yards. Just a little bit of a safety net ahead of 4th down.
Punt team will come out for Lowville and kick this one away. Mount Markham, see if they can, 4 minutes ago, can end their season on a high note, maybe punch in one more score. There's 11 on the play clock, so it shouldn't be delay a game. Kind of flag happy here at the end of the game. They wanted the running time, and now it keeps stopping with penalty flags. Something against Lowville.
Back them up even further.
Whoa.
High snap.
He did a nice shot. They might.
Yeah, he's going to run it.
Oh, my.
And this is going to be a
first
first down for
down
Lowville, and
more.
that's what he got a block.
He's got a shot to take this one home. He might have reservations for 6. I just saw a penalty flag.
It's Carter Fowler, and he's tripped up.
Wow, there's a penalty flag way back at the 40-yard line. We'll see what happened here.
Yeah.
Almost snapped it out of the end zone. He did great. He had no chance to get it away because it was such a high snap. Took off running trying to avoid a safety and ran it back 70 yards. But now let's see what the penalty is. Seems like it's got to be some kind of illegal block, but I don't know what else it could be out there in the open field. Haven't seen a signal yet.
Yeah, take a look. Would have been thrown about there. Yeah, maybe a block in the back. Watch.
Yep, illegal block.
Right in the middle of your screen, right there.
Yep.
It's actually more of a trip than anything by Devin Swiernick. Looked like he might have got a foot down low.
But regardless, even after that, it happened far enough out that they did get the first down. Kind of negates that phenomenal run from Fowler. Well, he did an amazing job just to keep that from going out of the back of the end zone. Collected himself, saw a little lane to the left, and he was off to the races. Thought he might take it to the house. Well, we're now
Lowville
under 2
offense
minutes.
Got to get out there.
Yeah.
Play clock's down to 7.
And then a quick stop at 5, and then down to 2. And now it's out.
I think they let him get the play off, and Lowville will kneel on it.
Interesting. Again, they start that running time. We saw more flags in this fourth quarter than we saw in the first 3 combined. Now it's just should be 2 snaps of the football, and this one's done. Get it down under 40, and you should be good. And that should do it. Well, congratulations to Lowville.
Yes.
On a dominant
statement win.
57-6 victory, and their starters were out by the end of the third quarter. They will move on to the semifinals next week. No idea how the other games have turned out.
Yeah, not sure, but they play the winner of Utica Notre Dame and Sandy Creek,
yes.
So it could be a Frontier League matchup.
I'll tell you, if you paid any attention to some of these teams in the D, Utica Notre Dame started the season with a few tough losses, and they have put it together. That's going to be no cakewalk in the park if they draw Notre Dame.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that nobody ever really wants to face.
Yeah, they've got some athletes on that
sport.
team. Almost feel like they've had the opportunity to get a few players from other districts for whatever reason, and they put some athletes on the field. That could be an interesting game next week in the semifinals.
Lowville with a win here at home, took care of business right from the jump. Really got off to a terrific start and just coasted to victory. 57-6 over Mount Markham on a foggy, chilly, drizzly night in Lewis County.
Yeah, nice community support out here, like I said, on a cold,
100%.
drizzly night. Pretty nice crowd, both ends of the
good
field.
turnout.
The bleachers probably 2/3 full. Big set of bleachers here. A lot of people here to support this team. They got a big following. Lowville traditionally great community support. They travel well. I wouldn't be surprised to see a big crowd down at Westmoreland next Saturday to see them play again. So good luck to them as they move on, and to the rest of the teams. in the the D division. Safe travels from Mount Markham. They fought hard right till the end. Just wasn't meant to be tonight. They were outmanned tonight.
Lowville with a win at home. Like Ron said, they'll take on the winner of Utica Notre Dame, Sandy Creek. That game probably wrapping up pretty shortly.
Yep.
And that's next Saturday at Westmoreland.
Saturday at Westmoreland. Time to be determined.
What's coming up next for us? I'm not sure just yet, but we'll figure it out. Chances are we'll have the possibility at least of a game maybe next Friday if there's somebody in the area playing. We'll let you know. We'll post all over the place and, of course, on our website what's coming up next for us. If we don't see you again this football season, basketball will start pretty soon. So got to put together a schedule for that, and we'll share that once we have it.
We'll be on the courts very soon. Looking forward to it.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in really all season long, if it's the last time we talked to you this football season. Been a really, really fun season to cover. We've had some really, really good games. Yep. Seen some crazy plays.
Some great athletes making great plays. Been a fun season, been a privilege to be a part of it. So we appreciate all you guys tuning in to enjoy the games with us. It means
100%. 100%. For our entire crew. It's just James Stump on camera for us tonight down on the landing below us, but for everybody else too, Cody Wheeler, Morgan Young, really at pretty much every game all season long. Ron Rockwood, Zach Zabriskie, Tyler Clemens for filling in for me last week. Did a great job with Zach on the call. Everybody who stepped up for us in a big way all season long. Really appreciate them as well. And, of course, all of you watching and listening at home. My name's Connor Lalone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll let you know what's coming up for us next. Tonight, it was Lowville all night long. They win against Mount Markham, 57-6. We'll see you the next time, guys. Appreciate it.